Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Moser. I'm a software engineer at Inamis, and today I will be discussing the latest release of Secure version 24.1. This is a pretty substantial update for the tool as it includes all of Clause 9 support within your Tara models. So if you're interested in adding CS goals, claims, requirements, and concepts into the Taras that you currently have, this playlist will be very important for you. The current video that you're watching is going to just be a high-level overview slash refresher for those who may be aware of everything that's included in Clause 9, but just need to brush up a little bit before they actually start diving into the tool itself. And in the next video, I will actually be showing how we can go through the entire process in the secure tool itself and how you can bring in all the goals, claims, and requirements into a Tara model that you currently have. So now let's take a high-level overview of Clause 9 and the CS concept. It all starts with our Tara process here, and once we've completed our Tara all 4 steps and we've gone and identified all the risks that are present within our product, we can then decide how we're going to treat them. Now, in this presentation, we're only going to be focusing on 3. There is a 4th one called avoidance, but if you ever decide that avoidance is the best option, that means that you're going to be scrapping all of your item definition that is relevant to that particular risk and that particular risk only. Essentially, you're saying that this risk is too high and there's nothing we can do about it, so we're going to just remove this from the final product itself. But let's instead focus on the 3 that are here because these will actually turn into deliverables for goals, claims, and ultimately be linked back over to the CS concept. When we decide to reduce a risk, what we're saying here is that the risk that is present can be reduced through the implementation of controls. These controls are found within a CS goal, and they are realized by the CS requirement. And the CS requirement is what actually holds the control that we've implemented within our model, and our CS goal is just a container that directly points to those elements. These can then be found within a CS concept, as long as the scope of that CS concept contains the information that related to a goal. So if we're looking at a full automotive vehicle and we're looking at the braking system, if we set our CS concept scope to only include things within the infotainment section, well then the controls for our braking system aren't going to be included and they're not relevant for that particular concept. But that is the basic idea around the reduction angle, is that we are implementing controls directly to reduce the risk that is found here, and these will then be housed within our CS concept at the end. Finally, we have 2 other risk treatment options, sharing or retaining. Sharing is an interesting one because it means that you're either sharing the risk with you're just sharing the risk with others. So this could be done through, say, buying insurance. Maybe you're working with another company and they're providing the servers for the over-the-air systems, and you have assumptions that they're going to keep some sort of basic security for those servers. So that might be why you're sharing the risk with them through that. Or you're going to retain the risk. And retaining the risk is interesting as well because it's essentially saying that, yes, we know that risk is present within our product, but inherently there's nothing we can do about it. A pretty easy example, especially within the automotive section, is car accidents. You might be a very defensive driver, know every single rule of the road, do everything that you can to make sure that your vehicle is in peak operating condition. But when you get into your car and you decide to drive to work each morning, there's nothing that you can do to make sure that your risk of being in an automotive accident is 0. There's nothing that you can do. You can be as safe as you want to, but that doesn't mean that someone isn't going to rear-end you during the morning commute. That's just something that is going to be present within the product regardless of how much effort you put into it. So that's going to be an example of a retained risk. When we decide to do either sharing or retention of a risk, this is going to become a CS claim. This is then realized by requirements on the operational environment, and typically these will be things like your assumptions that you might have within your model. Or in the case of retention, you may just provide a rationale saying that regardless of what we do for this product, it's inherent to the nature of itself. So again, with an automotive vehicle, you can try to make them as safe as you would like. There's nothing that inherently makes it so that you can make the risk 0. It's just built into the product itself. And these are typically, again, provided by cybersecurity assumptions with the sharing angle. you may make the assumption that the company that you're sharing your cloud server with, or is providing the cloud server rather, they are going to take some steps to secure that as best as they can. This can then link back over to our CS concept, depending on the scope of that concept, and those claims and requirements on the operational environment will then be housed in here. For a very, very brief overview of how it's going to look within the secure workflow, essentially you'll do your TARA analysis, you'll go to your risk treatment options, make your selections there, then you'll have your goals and claims, which will lead to your CS concept, and then your goals and claims are linked back to requirements, and that is ultimately how you will finish the Clause 9 and concept flow for your TARA process. If you're interested in seeing how this is actually going to work within the secure tool itself, look to the next video within this playlist, and in that video I'll go in depth on how we can go through this entire process in the secure tool. Thank you and have a nice day.